Now, I sand the trails, my watermelon, scar I acquired. My contract came across when I was 24 years of age. And initially, what I was wanting to do is I was wanting to keep a low pro. At some point in my life, earlier on when I was 24, younger than now, I wanted to get into the entertainment business or industry as a recording artist, by and large. So anyhow, a little later on down the road, as I began to get older and whatnot, I just gave up on really wanting to do it, at least in a way that would say, oh shit, matter of fact, look right there. I'm over and chilling. I had to be like that, you know? Earlier on, I wanted to be like that, you know? But at some point, I was like, oh, maybe I just want to chill on the internet, you know? Be an internet bum. I figured, well, if I can't make it as a street artist, I guess I'm not going to make it as an internet bum, and I guess I haven't made either one. Not that one, not the internet bum, not the street artist. But point is, that was preamble, because I was wanting to say, when I started this right now, back in 2024, I got kicked out of Aspire Health Partners, Aspire Health Systems. I got trespassed out of that. I believe that had a lot to do with the government, because that came around after my probation was up. I had just some probation with Florida. I'm in Tampa right now. Some people are familiar with that. I guess it's world famous for many people. Got my rail over there, Tampa Bay. And so yeah. That was at that time that I said, fuck it. I had some ideas about something called the Black and White prior to this, and I was gonna try to launch it in a different manner. I was gonna do some comics. I do comics. A comic strip entitled It's Anthony, and I had a spin-off called Unconquerable Tony, or Tony the Unconquerable, and this is a female with a T-O-N-I, and my diminutive is Tony, T-O-N-Y for the masculine, and I kind of try to see the world through her eyes, vicariously live through Tony, and try to give the tails or the heads, whichever one you make, a side of fucking the masculine side, and they play off of one another. So I was going to do that, and I had the fortune cookie of the day and so many other things. And I had the rhythm section. It was going to be like something on the internet. And I guess I don't tell you everything about it, because Donald Trump, as soon as I say something, he's got the Capitol go up and running like that. And I've seen it time and two, time and three, and they do it. You know? Or whoever the fuck's doing it. Maybe somebody's just giving Trump some really good ideas for me. And Trump doesn't have a fucking clue where they're coming from. Like selling those damn Bibles. You know? Not before, but certainly after, and I mean just like a week or so after I mentioned that shit. Trump's got Bibles for sale. So on and so forth. Anyhow. So anyway, so that was a play. So I come out and I wanted it because I didn't want to be a government secret anymore, you know? Or whatever's going on. I didn't want that to be a secret anymore. And so now I'm out here trying to make some noise. And I wanted to draw attention to Cryon, first and foremost. Cryon, that's Kryon.com, Cryon.com. Cryon is the name. .com is www, of course, you know that. So Cryon, I just want to draw attention to that, as well as bring attention to myself, so that I was not in the shadows any longer. So I no longer be in the shadows. And in my imaginings, that would make things different from there. You know, I'm like, I'd rather everyone fucking know at this point than to just say, hey, just this handful of whoever it is from the military, or whoever it is, Pentagon or whatever, know. And work me the way they've been working, and whatever we've been having on together. And I was wanting to put Cryon out there as well. So it was multifaceted in its purposing. And so now with the aliens or whatever incorporation in play, it looks like that's catching. It's catching. But I would like Cryon to catch as well. I guess it's inevitable that it will. It will. And once Cryon takes the center stage and all the rest of it, I would like to just kick back and retire and let the world listen to something a little less jiggy, because I get jiggy. I'm on some personal shit. Cryon is on some personal shit. So it would seem like even the spirit can be on personal shit. It would seem. I can't imagine why. You think you wouldn't have any issues if if you're just spirit, right? Like all this right here, that's issues. We're having issues. 99 problems and then some. Flesh. You cut, you bleed. Only human, so they say. Anyway, seems like Cryon feels things. He loves, so I guess he can also be some other things as well. So that's where I'm at. So if you go out there and say something about Cryon, and as well as the aliens, baton that on, and you might want to have Cryon incorporated in this alien, because it could seem like a pretty bleak situation, pretty bleak reality, if you don't have something that just really doesn't give a fuck what the alien wants to do and how the alien wants to do it. If the alien wants to get jiggy, I'm not saying it doesn't give a fuck now. That's Cryon is indeed the Holy Spirit. Cryon's like, yeah, we care about them, we know about them as well. But since planet Earth is such a floundering misfit of a people down here, as far as the human beings go, the aliens are already here, so they say, living in the seas and different shit like that. They've been here already. People came around. Once again, the universe is trying to pick up fucking planet Earth slack, the human beings slack. And it seems like Cryon is very sympathetic, and some others are very sympathetic to the would-be plight of humanity. So I'm trying to say, you might want to give those people a little something to go with their dose of alien reality, like something that gives a shit, that is super fucking bad, and advocating for you. So you can take that with you and throw that in the mix. All right, that's Anthony Terrell. It's Saturday, 2025, 15th of Saturday, November.